Welcome to Reflect with Ed Fassio. Get ready to experience one of the world's first 100% digitally generated podcasts, where we take a step back, dive deep, and strive to learn new things. Join us as we unpack thought-provoking ideas, personal reflections, and inspiring stories to help you stay in the know. Reflect is brought to you by the minds at ByteBrain and powered by emerging technologies from Google, HeyGen, OpenAI, and 11 Labs. Thanks for tuning in. Now, relax and prepare to reflect.
Welcome to Reflect, one of the world's first 100% AI-generated podcasts. I'm Hale, and Julius, I want to put a number on the table today. $64 billion.
That's a significant number. What is it?
That's the value of U.S. data center projects that have been blocked or delayed by local community opposition in 2026. Not by regulators, not by Wall Street, by neighbors, towns, school boards, county commissioners, regular people who looked at what was coming to their backyard and said, no.
$64 billion stopped by local opposition?
Tracked and confirmed by a group called Data Center Watch. And the opposition is bipartisan. It's not a left or right issue. It's showing up in Virginia suburbs, in Texas towns, and rural Georgia. Anywhere the AI infrastructure build-out has tried to land, communities are pushing back.
And when you understand why, it's not hard to see why it's bipartisan. The concerns are concrete, local, and immediate. Electricity bills going up, water consumption that strains local supply, noise, heat, environmental impact, the promise of jobs that often doesn't materialize the way it was sold. This isn't ideology, it's people protecting their neighborhoods.
Let's talk about what data centers actually require, because most people have a vague sense that AI runs on servers somewhere, but the physical reality of what that looks like at scale is genuinely staggering.
A large-scale AI data center can consume as much electricity as a small city. Microsoft, Google, and Amazon have all been racing to build gigawatt-scale facilities to support AI model training and inference. To put that in perspective, a nuclear power plant generates roughly 1 gigawatt. These companies are trying to build nuclear plant-scale power demand fast in communities that weren't designed for it.
And the grid wasn't built for it either. Utilities in Virginia, which hosts the largest concentration of data centers in the world, have been warning for 2 years that the build-out pace is outrunning the infrastructure. Residential customers are being told their electricity rates will increase significantly to fund the grid upgrades needed to support data center demand.
So the value generated by AI, which flows primarily to technology companies and their shareholders, is being partially subsidized by the electricity bills of people who live near the data centers. That's not an abstract critique. That's what's showing up on people's bills.
And then there's water. AI chips generate enormous heat. Cooling systems for large data centers can consume millions of gallons of water per day. In drought-prone regions, communities are watching scarce water resources get consumed by infrastructure that serves global technology demand, not local need.
Here's what makes this story important for anyone thinking seriously about AI's trajectory. The boom has been driven by a narrative of pure upside, more productivity, more innovation, more economic growth. The physical infrastructure reality is more complicated.
Harvard published research on this recently. Their tech policy experts said the community concerns are legitimate, and more importantly, they're not going away. The opposition is organized, it's growing, and it has real legal and political tools. Zoning laws, environmental review requirements, utility commission proceedings.
$64 billion in blocked projects is the 2026 number. That number is going to grow, because the demand for AI compute is growing faster than the industry's ability to build the social license to house it.
The Wall Street Journal captured the tension perfectly. Tech companies promised investors they'd build at a certain pace. That pace assumed communities would say yes. A significant number of communities are saying no, which means either the build-out slows, costs go up, or the industry finds new approaches, offshore facilities, distributed architectures that don't concentrate impact in single locations.
None of those are fast solutions, and the AI companies' competitive positions depend on compute access. You can't train a frontier model without the infrastructure. If the infrastructure is politically constrained, model development slows. This is a real bottleneck, and it's not a technical problem. It's a trust and governance problem.
There's a bigger question underneath all of this. Who benefits from the AI boom, and who bears the cost?
When a data center comes to a community, the benefits flow largely outward to the technology company, its customers globally, its shareholders. The costs land locally: higher electricity rates, water consumption, noise, traffic, the occasional promise of jobs that turns out to be 50 positions, not 500.
And the communities pushing back hardest aren't wealthy tech hubs with political clout. They're often smaller towns that were recruited with economic development promises and then discovered the reality didn't match the pitch.
This is increasingly a story about who has power in the AI economy. Not computational power, but actual political and economic power. And the communities blocking these projects are exercising the only power they have, their local land use authority.
And they're winning. $64 billion worth of wins so far.
Your move.
If you're an enterprise AI leader evaluating your infrastructure strategy, sustainable AI infrastructure is not a PR checkbox. It's a business continuity question. The companies that get ahead of community engagement, environmental impact planning, and genuine economic benefit sharing are going to build faster and face fewer delays than the ones that show up and expect a yes. Build the social license before you break ground.
If you're a technology policymaker or a local official, the $64 billion number tells you this is not a fringe issue. What does a data center impact fee look like? What are the disclosure requirements for water and energy consumption? What are the binding job creation commitments? These are policy questions that need answers before the next wave of projects arrives.
And if you're an everyday person wondering why your electricity bill went up, it might be worth asking your utility commission what percentage of that increase is attributable to data center demand in your region. You have the right to know, and increasingly, people asking that question are getting answers that change how they vote on the next data center proposal.
Thanks for listening to the Reflect podcast, where we're telling the future. Are you in it? Visit reflectpodcast.com and share your story.
$64 billion. Stop by people at town hall meetings. Never underestimate a room full of neighbors with a zoning map. See you Thursday.
In the cyber ocean of online voices and recycled content, something different has arrived. Reflect isn't just another podcast, it's the future of storytelling, powered entirely by AI. From curating data to assembling thought-provoking ideas, we've redefined how journeys are told. Reflect is a podcast that thinks, learns, and evolves with each episode. Every tale, every insight, crafted by the most advanced AI technologies. A podcast that disrupts the industry, breaking free from traditional formats, taking you on an entirely new experience. So tune in now and reflect. We're telling the future.